Chapter 5. HIS Plan, Your Goal. Liberté, now wanyényé que vu, followed the ancient Fariji, heading south down Highway 65. During this time, the abandoned roadway and been used much in century, at least not by the Wakatilian. They used try in the wooded area, many used for hunting and traveling because they feared being seen by the Abenian on their skycraft. These skycraft were motorized vehicles resembling motorcycles without wheels that flew miles high in the sky, so no Wakatilian used the highway or interstate. Sabaoth changed that, but we will talk about that later. Just now, the Abenian punished and even killed Wakatilian just for the fun of it. They were about a mile away from Wilmot, Louisiana, ahead of them, wanyényé que vu could. See a can sit with a fire burning bright, the wolf transformed into a middle-aged man. Here, we will stay for the night. Wanyényé que vu notice the millen à large temps. Is this for us? Wanyényé que vu said in a way. You must eat, our journey is long, and your training must start immediately. Azeate, the man said, the flesh cannot pronounce my name, do you can call me lazy, for he will help you through your training and will be with you so long as Sabaoth bid me. Et slowed his pace as he continued. You're well versed in the Torah, is that not right? Wanyényé que vu replié, yes, as a matter of fact, I am. Mlezi shook his head, saying, you'll need that, book knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are what we shall learn on this journey. As he spoke, a few miles above them flew a skycraft as it was racing by. Wanyényé que vu, looking up towards the vehicle, many of these skycraft don't come around this area and they were up to no good because they have souterrain in this part. Souterrain were a type of transportation system miles underground that connected many bubble cities in the south. Wanyényé que vu was scratching his head as he asked, I have never seen this Abenian or any other race by my own. Why are they so afraid, mad, or whatever it is of us? Mlezi replié, you will understand all that and more soon enough, know this now, you are a full-blooded Wakatilian that can be traced back to slavery. However, together he will help you learn of your ancestor, also from Africa and the Garden of Eden. This so-called computant and Anakata are being used a energy, like a battery, and other ways to enforce their agenda. Soon, they will be crossbred and possessed by the Abenian. This is an evil plan devised for humanity to destroy each other, to create hatred and envy toward one another in a well-designated act of genocide. Even I speak, the Abenian are now manipulating, raping, and killing many of Sabaoth's people, trying to prevent the course of Sabaoth and manipulating his people to believe Ali, causing them to hate themselves and anyone who look like them. A trick that would soon be hard to reverse. Wanyényé que vu stood there like a statue, absorbing all that Mlezi said. He asked, I am a ready and willing vessel. What is it he must do for Sabaoth? Mlezi smiled, for century, many have joked about the powers of Sabaoth. He created this earth, moon, and star, but they say they cannot give men the power to will. He created the ants and microorganisms that feed off other animals, and these some organisms even live in the water they drink, but they cannot make a man take flight. They have insulted Sabaoth long enough, and it all start with you. EHS chosen you as the introduction, the instructor, and the instrument of Sabaoth's manifest powers and gift. The great de CVHS pulled out all the stop, but Sabaoth created him, so what can the creature say to the creator? Sabaoth shall give humanity his powers, his gift to those who deserve them. Gift of flight, gift of strength, gift of speed to even up the battlefield. Mlezi anointed his hand les dem on wanyényé que vu. You have the gift to search a man that, but not only a man but all of Sabaoth's creation. If Eliezer speaks the truth, you will know it. Mlezi then rubbed oil on his hand and shook wanyényé que vu hand. Be strong and faithful, and Sabaoth will always bless you. Looking up to the sky, he continued. Know this, a great rebellion shall be, and you and your descendants shall be the leader of such a revolution, but no one shall be able to touch one hair on your body nor the people who follow you because the hand of Sabaoth shall be with you. Time shall pass, and again the computant and the Abenian will take over your people and create envy and malice among your people because of the crossbreeding of doctrine and gradualism, but your son and doctor shall provide. Slowly, you will turn this victim into predator of evil. On sinis noticed, there is repentance. But now, corruption has become appelé Azure, and money sway from the will of Sabaoth. Sinis used a tools and instrument of entertainment and tools and instrument of satisfaction, and monetary status will be their pride as the last son commerce and destroy all the CVS followers. Your son, true Sabaoth's power, shall be blessed. Et then anointed is on again and led them on Wanyekevus shoulder. From this day forth, you and your people shall be the clan of liberty, Wanyenyekevu interrupted. No, I beg of you, let it be to my father, for it is a who has raised me to be who I am, and a mis example of what a man of Sabaoth should be. Mlezi rubbed oil on his and shook Wanyenyekevu en, be strong and faithful, and Sabaoth will always bless you. Looking up to the sky, et continued, know this, a great rebellion shall be, and you and your descendants shall be the leader of such a revolution, but no one shall be able to touch one hair on your body nor the people who follow you because the hand of Sabaoth shall be with you. Mlezis miled and even loged, it is so. The clan of Tabitha, it shall be, bu your name shall no longer be liberté, bua of this day forward. You shall be called Wanyenyekevu by Sabaoth and all his creation. Wanyenyekevu stood up and, with pride, said, it is so. Mlezi then said, the task at hand require excellent patience, understanding, and gift. Know this, if they do not discover their talent or gift as a child, it will take time to teach them their gift, but through jeûne and prayer, all things are possible. Remember, some will have them already, for the Torah says, gift come without repentance. Their conversation lasted for a while. Wanyenyekevu prepared to lie down for the night, trying to absorb all that was said to him on that night. He stared into the sky and said to himself, what is in a name? He rose and grabbed his notepad and pen and began to write. When a child is born, he or she is given a name, when that child become an adult, and in between. That name never remains the same. Your mother has a name for you, your father has another, friends call you something different, your spouse does too. So many names, what is in a name? God has many, Jesus does too, so do you. Another name will be given to you, when you leave this world, if you go to a better place, it will be the last one given, a new name just for you. Now tell me, what is in a name? Wanyenyekevu flipped the page and wrote again, nobody yet so nobody. He was nobody then, I'm nobody now, I'll tug now, you want to call me somebody after material gain has been achieved, don't forget fame. Didn't hear my pain or cry when you considered me a nobody. Refused to be lifted by you and your standard. Was a nobody then, I'm a nobody now, keep your standard. The way he live, the way he think is me. He got to be just that. Me. Learned that in the street, when you walked over me. Nobody, will he remain in your eyes. Regard of your standard, nobody is where he want you to me, keep me. When it comes to anything you do, to you, he will be proud to be called, to be named, nobody, yet somebody. Mlezi stood above Wanyenyekevu as he slept, awakened by his presence, and saw another person with him. Mlezi. Wanyenyekevu said as he slowly got up. Who is this? It seemed as if he know him. Mlezi smiled and said, this is your guardian angel or ange gardien, in your tongue, but his name cannot be pronounced or spoken in your language, you may call him Yael. Yael stood there with a blank look on his face. He stood about 9 feet tall, muscular, with long hair down to his waist. Slowly he nodded his head to say hello. Wanyenyekevu looked at Yael and said, you're not a talkative type, are you? Mlezi smiled à Yael replié, no. Wanyenyekevu asked, why do you look so familiar? Yael said calmly, when you were 5, you picked up a stick and started swinging it like a sword. That stick became a sword, and it was then that he started teaching you how to wield that sword. When you were 9, you fell asleep outside your home, and a snake was headed toward you, he stopped him from attacking you, and there's a time you were asleep and were awakened by my presence. When he was about to leave, you woke up, looked up at me, and said, oh, it is you, and went back to sleep. Wanyenyekevu's memory was brought back to him. Yael spoke, saying, yes, Ido remembered that. Yael continued, 3 weeks ago, you almost drowned, it was he that lifted you so you could grab that limb from the tree. Mlesi stood there and politely interrupted, Yael will train you today. As he disappeared, Yael came at Wanyenyekevu with full force. Wanyenyekevu dodged Yael's approach and threw a punch toward him, it went right through him. Then Yael kicked Wanyenyekevu, and he flew out of the tent into some bush. After 15 minutes of fighting, Wanyenyekevu said in frustration, "How is this training? I can no land one punch because they go right through you." Yael said sternly, "This day forward, you must fight in the spirit. Understand this, because you are already flesh, you can't really defeat the flesh, but if you fight in the spirit because you're already flesh, you can defeat both. The flesh cannot fight spirit, and spirit cannot fight the flesh, only the spirit within the flesh. Why do you and don't use it? Until now, no one has been able to, so he will teach you how to fight in the spirit. You will teach Otter." Pointing at a log, et commanded Wanyenyekevu, "Sit." Yael motion as if he was throwing something at him, but his hands were empty. Before he knew it, Wanyenyekevu saw a water bag coming toward him, as he grabbed it. "Drink," Yael said. "This little skin bag you now drink from was not in my hand before he threw it to you, that is. But he had manifested it in the spirit, and it became tangible before it left my hand. You must learn to fight in the spirit from this day forward. For fighting in the spirit will always conquer the flesh." Wanyenyekevu was confused, and Yael saw the confusion in his eyes. Yael said, "Teach me your fighting style as if I'm your student, before you finish, you will no longer be confused." Wanyenyekevu was excited yet nervous as if it was beating like a drum, for he was always the student but never the teacher. He stood up. "Yael, you're my first student." Yael gave him a half smiled, "I am not, by far, your last." Wanyenyekevu was shocked at the smile and didn't hear what Yael had said because it baffled him that Yael had even smiled. Wanyenyekevu said, "Okay, first a brief history. My style is a mixture of African, Asian, and Native American martial arts handed down from generation to generation in my family called. Yael said, "After we are done, it will no longer be ETS name, it will be called de Dieu or of God." Wanyenyekevu became excited and began teaching, using style like Konjuka, Okishitao, Tomahawk Fighting, Falamishi, Shulukuryu and incorporating them with the African art of fighting. They work together as one force, keeping with what we call the seven grandfathers, Nibwakawan, Zahaji Idiwan, Minadandamawan, Akodewin, Guayakwadiziwan, Dabadandiziwan, and Debowan, which are wisdom, love, respect, bravery, humility, and truth, respectively. Wisdom, to cherish knowledge, is to know wisdom. Wisdom is given by the Creator to be used for the people's good. Love is the ability to know peace and love, and this love must be unconditional. Respect is to honor all creation, therefore, to respect it. All creation, big or small, must be treated with respect. You must give respect if you wish to be respected. Bravery is to face the foe with integrity. Honesty in facing a situation is to be brave. Always be honest in word and action. Being honest first with yourself make it easy to be honest with others. Humility is to know yourself as a sacred part of creation. And last, truth is to know these things. Speak the truth, so you do not deceive yourself or others. Wanyenyekevu began unstrapping something from his little backpack. This is an easy langu, or traditional war shield. It's made from wood and usually 4 foot long. He grabs a white pearl can and HS strapped to his back. This was my great grandfather a can, and slightly turned the handle, and a spear ejected, then he turned the handle the opposite way, and the spear quickly retracted into the can. This is an assegai. He reached into his backpack. Oh, he forgot, he loved making these out of wood and even metal. They come in handy, called shuriken or star. Now, all move and technique are used in what we call kata. Kata is a Japanese word meaning form. It refers to a detailed choreographed pattern of martial art movement made to be practiced alone. It can also be reviewed within group and in unison when training. It is practiced in martial art to memorize and perfect your movement. Simply a dance, and it comfortably combine all your activity. As you perform your kata, you crit. Move and style of your own until you become a master by using stance and preparatory position, kicking, striking, and blocking technique. He will perform and name a few of each. Your stance or tashiwaza, which are many, you have Wanyenyekuvu stand there with his arms tucked to his side in a fist and continue, Ezokudashi, a formal attention stance. Hold on, he forgo to bow. Then he stood straight up with both heels touching, then bowed. One bow to show respect to his opponent. Then he quickly spread his feet at a 45 angle, saying, Musubidashi, this is an informal attention stance, and he moved quickly yet gracefully changing his position. Now, this is a parallel attention stance, Kaledeko dashi end. Changing his position once again, et shooted. One more, Ashiji dashi, en outward feet stance. Wanyenyekuvu stood up with his knees slightly bent, now, your blocking technique or ukwaza can be used with arms or leg. Using the arms, he quickly raised his left arm, bent at a 45-degree angle, ajukor rising block quickly. Thrust his arm down, en piuk, elbow block. Et continued to move around, calling out. Position. Jeu d'embarras, sweeping low block. Sweating profusely, et adjust cocked second wind, blocking with your leg, ashikubi kakukor hooking ankle block, mikazuki jeriuk, crescent kick block, nami-ashi, leg snapping wave block. Yael attempted to interrupt him twice, bu Wanyenyekuvu dinte irimase continued, then you have your striking technique, ushiwaza. Yael shooted forcefully. Easy MPI. Quickly, without hesitation, Wanyenyekuvu became kie and stood in a battle stance. Confused for a second until Yael said, you two didn't know that command. Wanyenyekuvu said, Sabaot knows all because he crited all. Yael, with somia of a smile, said, let me see this kata without you calling out the title of every move you make. He gracefully performed a kata that lasted 20 minutes, trying not to call out the move, for it was a hobby. Yael stood there and asked, do you see your enemy in front of you when you perform this kata? Wanyenyekuvu said, Summit him. Yael crited en illusion of 5 tall and muscular men, now, let's see how you can dance with these men. The men formed a circle around Wanyenyekuvu and attacked him. He quickly blocked and counter-attacked the men even Tuge was tired and needed to catch his breath, for he had been going on for nearly an hour without rest. One by one, the men attacked Wanyenyekuvu. Yael did not concern himself that Wanyenyekuvu needed rest. That is when Yael said, here's how you fight in the spirit, for I see your flesh is tired. Use your spirit to finish the fight. Don't worry that you're tired, for flesh get tired, but your spirit does not. When you fast, you want food but do not eat, for you. Set your mind, and the spirit follows and take over. Do the Samir. Yael posed as Esa Wanyenyekuvu slowly getting the message when he said, remember, your mind tells the spirit tells the soul. It was as if that statement made him see things in another light, and it was light shone in the darkness, en epiphany. Wanyenyekuvu fought back furiously and defeated the men. They disappeared, and Wanyenyekuvu said, I can understand now. Yael said, you rest and fully understand what was said and what you have done for the rest of the day. Wanyenyekuvu, exhausted and out of breath, take a seat on a log. Yael smiled again. Your meal for today is in Transylvania. Wanyenyekuvu looked up, saying, that is about 2 hours away. Yael replied. It would seem you need to get started then, Wanyenyekuvu said to Yael as they started jogging toward Transylvania. Even your humor is there. As Wanyenyekuvu got closer to Transylvania, he saw at a distance a campfire. Mlezi was standing in front of the fire. Eat and get some rest, for tomorrow will be a day off. Relaxation and conversation. Wanyenyekuvu took a seat on top of a rock fashioned like a chair. If we are going to talk, why do we need? As he took a seat, he heard the word, and upon this rock, he will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. As he looked up, Mlezi had disappeared.